Hello, this is wmpyr. For today's video, I just want to talk about, basically, I want to talk about this, Twisted Metal for the PS3. This is the game that I have been playing recently. Man, it is a lot of fun. I'm a huge fan of the franchise. I have almost all of the games that have the Twisted Metal title on there from the PS1 days. I have almost all of them, and the ones that I don't have, I have played them at one point or another. Okay, so big fan here. And the game that I was playing on the PS3 before Twisted Metal was actually this one right here, Fallout New Vegas, and I have to say this is probably my favorite PS3 game so far of all time. This is my absolute favorite game. Um, Compared to Skyrim, same company, Skyrim right here. Uh, this game is bigger than Fallout New Vegas. It is a much bigger game, and because of it, sometimes I find myself like I'll spend a whole hour just doing inventory stuff, just organizing my items, my weapons, my armor, and then sometimes I'll just be doing blacksmith stuff. And I won't even go out and explore. I won't even fight. I won't even do any kind of mission. It's just all inventory crap, and easily an hour goes by and I'm like, wow, that wasn't even fun. I was doing all that so that when I do go on a mission, things will be easier for me. So it just makes the game kind of not fun in that sense. In this one, I feel like there's a lot less that I have to do there, and then the weapons and stuff, and even the clothing can be recycled into other clothing, other weapons and stuff. So yeah, you just end up with less stuff, I think, and the scale of the game's smaller, so probably just less hassle to deal with overall. And I feel like I could focus more on the action and more on the game itself, more on the exploring part. So that's what I like about Fallout. With this one, with Twisted Metal, it's so intense. I know it's a completely different type of game, but like, all right, right now I just beat the Juggernaut stage, so I'm getting ready to do I believe the next stage is the racing part, which is oh man, if I remember correctly, that was super hard. It's been a while since I played it, so I was just starting to play again. So now I've been taking my time and just exploring. It's not like I'm just trying to beat the game. I'm having fun with the game. Before I was trying to learn the game, and now I'm pretty comfortable with the controls and everything. I'm just having a whole lot of fun playing the game and slowly progressing the story as well. That part is of Twisted Metal to me was the most frustrating part, was to progress in the story. I felt like it was maybe a little bit too difficult in areas, but I'm just focusing on the playing, and the story part. Progressing in that is secondary now, so there's less stress there. And yeah, basically, with Twisted Metal, like I was just playing the first stage. I played the first stage many times. Just for the fun of it. It's like, okay, forget the story. Let's just have fun. So I played the very first stage again, and that stage, to clear it, would take me like 20 minutes. If I play safe, if I play having fun, not trying to set a record time or anything like that. No pressure, just casual play, having fun. Easily 20 minutes of just intense action from the beginning to the end, nonstop, just bam, 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 bam. Even though I'm taking it easy, and I'm finding safe spots, and I'm hanging around areas that I like and stuff like that. Uh, it's still 20 minutes right there, of gameplay, and that's very intense. That's very different from this game right here, where I could, once again, you can explore, you could do inventory. It's not just all action, action, combat, combat, combat. You could make it that way, but it's not all that way. So, the Twisted Metal is totally different, very intense. I don't know how people do it. I guess that's why they drink energy drinks, for these kinds of games. Also, like for the first person shooters and stuff like that. I don't have it in me. I can't play like that, just so like one stage and I'm done. I'm like, all right, That was fun. That was intense. I'm ready to quit, you know? Um, but I kind of wish that it had a little bit of that, uh, where I could explore the stages, because the graphics I feel like is very nice actually, because I come from, the PS1 genre. PS1 days, I think the graphics in here are amazing. And some people will say, well, for the PS3, it's not that great. Well, I don't know. For me, it's fantastic. I like to enjoy some of that. I like to enjoy the stages. I don't want to be hounded on all the time. So I kind of wish that maybe they had made the game to where at least some stages, where maybe there's just people running around, and these people have weapons and they have rocket launchers and stuff, and I have to watch out for them, and I have to fight the people, which is probably a lot easier, and maybe even the regular cars that look a lot smaller compared to the Twisted Metal cars. And then you just deal with those guys, and I could explore around and kind of like the game Double Dragon, or some of the old school games, where not you don't start off super intense. You kind of fight the thugs and the drones, and then there's a boss. So maybe I think that would be cool, and then you'll get to a certain boss stage, and then you'll go head to head with another Twisted Metal driver with their Twisted Metal vehicle, something like that. But I would like for some areas where I could just explore the stage, and maybe also build up my car, so it's becoming more like an open world, because that was the original thought. That when I heard that they were going to release this for the PS3, for some reason I thought it was going to be open world, and I was like, whoa, that's going to be insane. And then this one, obviously it's not. So I was very let down in that way. I kind of felt like all the other Twisted Metal games were kind of leading to open world, especially Twisted Metal Head On and um, Twisted Metal Black, when they were trying to make Twisted Metal Harbor City and stuff. I thought that was the whole idea, that they wanted to connect up the stages together, and then maybe have you as Sweet Tooth run around in first person mode and stuff like that. So it almost kind of reminded me of like Grand Theft Auto or something of that nature, which I think would be really cool. You could stay in your vehicle, or you could get out of your vehicle and do some other things. That would be nice. So maybe those are things to come. I really hope, because a lot of people were very, very disappointed with this game, and they reviewed it very negatively, especially when it first came out. People were very, very harsh on this. I think now slowly people are starting to go, hey, it's really not that bad. It's actually a pretty fun game, and I'm here to say I'm playing it, and I'm enjoying it. I am. I really like the game. It is fun for me. Although it's not perfect. I do feel that some things are. I hear the online stuff is terrible. The story mode is very, very difficult for me. Uh, but I'm progressing slowly, and the action and all that. It still has the old feel of the old Twisted Metal games. I think it's well done, actually. Graphics, sound, and all that feels like an improvement. Controls, a lot of people complain about that, but I think it just makes it to where you could do more, and I'm enjoying that. I'm enjoying all the new weapons and everything. The vehicles, I know it's limited, and the drivers and all that, it's kind of weird, but I like it. I like it. I just think it just takes some time getting used to, and that was my original thought back before this game came out. One of my improvement ideas for Twisted Metal was to be that the driver, can jump into a vehicle, and into any different vehicle that you want, and that would so you could be Sweet Tooth, in uh, any of the other vehicles that they have. You don't have to be in the ice cream truck. So that was my original idea. The only difference was, in my idea, was that each character, like Sweet Tooth, Dollface, Axel, any of those characters would bring something different. Like, because Sweet Tooth is driving this vehicle, he's going to bring Sweet Tooth characteristics. So maybe the firepower would be increased. Maybe the amount of violence that you could do would be increased. If it's somebody else like Mr. Grimm, then maybe just your special weapon will be increased. but your speed would become a little faster. So I thought, that was my original idea, and I think that would have been cooler if they did that. Right now, it's just kind of like, why does Sweet Tooth have to be? And it's kind of like a why, other than they are going to tell you the story of that character. So anyway, I think there's a lot of potential here. I really hope that they're doing better now, and I hope that it leads to a sequel. I hope, because the game is solid, and as far as car combat games go, I still feel that it is king. The Twisted Metal is still king. So anyway, thank you for watching, and take care.